Hi everyone, welcome to Chinese Grammar Simplified. Grammar can be a confusing subject in your native language, not to mention in a foreign one. If you are just beginning to learn Chinese, you might be confused by the way Chinese sentences are built. In this video, let's look into how it's done. A typical English statement usually consists of the following basic elements. Subject can be somebody or something, such as a person. Verb, usually a word to describe an action, such as to kick. Object, things upon which you take the action, such as the ball. And often we will see time and place after that to add more details. For example, he plays soccer at 1 at home. One of the most significant differences between a Chinese sentence and an English one is that the time and the place usually come before the verbs. They also occasionally appear in the very beginning of the sentence before the subject. This rule applies across the board in most Chinese statements. In Chinese, these elements will be arranged in this order instead. If we apply this structure to the English statement we saw earlier, it'll turn into he at 1 at home plays soccer. Or in Chinese, 他1点在家踢足球. The other things that confuses many beginner students is how the questions are built in Chinese. To answer that question, let's start by looking into the question words that are used in both English and Chinese. To ask questions, we often involve the W words. For example, who for people, when or what time, where for place, and what for things. In Chinese, they are 谁, 几点, 在哪儿, 什么. However, in Chinese, these question words do not always show up in the beginning of the sentence. Chinese question words work more like a blank space for you to fill in the missing answers. Let's imagine that we want to ask a question about the person involved. We would use the question word who. And then we'll build the rest of the question exactly the same way as we would in a statement. So in Chinese, it would be 谁1点在家踢足球? What if we want to ask a question about time? Of course, we would ask the question word when. However, in Chinese, we would put the word when in the place where we would put the element time in a statement. So our sentence in Chinese would be 他几点在家踢足球? Similarly, to ask a question about place, we follow the exact same rule. So the sentence will turn into he at 1 o'clock where plays soccer. In Chinese, that'll be 他1点在哪儿踢足球? And to ask question about things, we would use the question word what. So in Chinese, it would be he at 1 at home plays what? That's it. I hope this video helps you get a better understanding of how Chinese statements and questions are structured. If there is any specific grammar pattern that confuses you and you would like more explanation, please comment below. For personalized Chinese lessons, reach me at TwinCitiesChineseTutor.us.